economy going.
Governor,
A lot of time was spent in Senate debate, particularly on a couple of other things, tax increment financing. Critics say that there's way too much of that the state is overbuilt with unneeded, unused retail space, and that we should have reined in tax increment financing. Are you comfortable with what this bill does not do?
I mean, they did, as most folks know, they did cap historic tax credits for the first time in Missouri's history in this measure, and I was proud to sign it. I think a blend of various programs is important, and making sure that we're getting efficiency and effectiveness for any sort of incentives that we give is extremely important. I think that we've still got some work to do as we move forward on TIFs. This bill doesn't directly deal with TIFs as much as it does the tax credit area. I think that debate was begun a few years ago. I think it was held very late in the night in the Senate this year on a number of things. I don't think we're done when it comes to tax credit reform and tax credit accountability, but I think that in the end of the process here, people understood that we needed these additional, sharper economic development tools in order to deliver competitive workplace here in Missouri right now. I think those debates, though, will continue next year.
Governor, what do you think the effect, since the historic tax credit is capped under this bill, what do you think the effect of that will have on that program?
Well, I mean, we didn't read the number we capped it at. The number that the measure I just signed capped this at is under the amount that was redeemed the year we're in, and so it's my hope that we're able to, and plus we have for the smaller projects we left a separate cap in there so that they could continue to operate. I don't think it will impede that program at all in the short run, and if it becomes a problem in the long run, then we'll come back and revisit that and look at if that cap is impeding progress.
Governor, the final version of this bill doesn't have a fiscal note prepared for it yet. Is there a risk moving forward in signing the bill into law without knowing what the final price tag is going to be?
I mean, the final price tag is oftentimes in some of these things what the number of these credits and the number of these incentives that are actually approved. I mean, Equality Jobs is a good example of that, and historic tax credit's another example. While it's very difficult to lay out a specific fiscal note for a program like that because you don't know how many folks are going to apply for it. So no, we in our review of this, these are the tools that I think in a strong bipartisan way we finally got to consensus in Jeff City, and I'm not concerned about that part. I think we know what this is, what not signing this will cost, and what not signing this will cost is a lot more than what the fiscal of this bill. If we don't add a job training right now, if we don't get rid of that requirement that says you got to go to other states before you qualify for the build program, if we don't get the cap off of quality jobs, if we don't invest in the workers of the state, we know what the cost of that is, the continuing rise in unemployment and an uncompetitiveness for this state, and I was not willing to wait around on that.